we have to confess.
Yes, sir.
He will make you confess your trespasses one to another. But then God says you have to confess it. That means that you say, you know what, I did this, I'm sorry. Or you did this and you ought to be sorry. You know, what you said, what you did, it hurt my butt to one another. Yeah. It says, and pray.
Yeah.
You ever had someone that just got under your, they didn't get under your skin, they just disrupted your skin. Yeah. I got sometimes, Sister great, don't point at me, don't point at me there. Just see me after church and I'll get it straight. But here's what James says. He says, pray for one another when you confess and when you pray. There's healing that I wish you just missed it. When I come out of it, my blood pressure goes down. I don't need an extra diabetes shot. I don't need to call Tyrone on the phone. You know what? I don't have to eat a half a pie. I don't have to get somebody to sign. When I confess my trespass, that means that you've done something, and we all will do something, knowingly or unknowingly. He says that when you do confess it, and then when you pray, you will bring not only healing to you, but you bring healing to the other person. But now I will say this, Sister Lacey, there are some people, Sister Grace, who, like the man who sat at the pool of Bethesda, they'd rather sit at the pool and stay unhealed and unhealed and unhappy. Can I talk to you for a minute? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some affliction. There are some things that Paul said there was a thorn in the flesh. There are some things, Miss Evo, that we got to learn to deal with. We got to learn to adjust to, but we don't let it overtake us. Paul said, though the thorn was in the flesh, and thrice, he said, 3 times, he said, Sister Mitchell, but he said, Lord, your grace is sufficient. It's going to carry me through. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be bad about it. I'm just going to be. So when I pray, when I confess, when I pray for the other person and for myself, I get healing. But if you ain't